Welcome to Gone Phishing, a show diving into cybersecurity threats that surround our highly connected lives. Every human is different. Every person has unique vulnerabilities that expose them to potentially successful social engineering. On this show, we'll discuss human vulnerability and how it relates to unique individuals. I'm Connor Swalm, CEO of FinSecurity, and welcome to Gone Phishing. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Gone Phishing. I'm your host, Connor, CEO at Fin, and I am joined once again by the amazing Jimmy Hatzell, CEO and co-founder of Hatz.ai. Jimmy, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, Connor. Really appreciate it.
Glad to hear.
Another day of fishing.
Another day of fishing.
Got my...
We're here to talk about the future of AI. We talked about AI safety, like AI security, not security tools using AI, but how do you actually secure not only the data going in, but then the things that the LLM that you're training or the tool that you're using can actually put back out to the person who's asking for information. Where does this all go in the future? What is AI going to look like? I don't know. I'm asking you to look into a crystal ball.
Yeah, no. I can. It's my job to bet on the future. So I don't know. I might be wrong, but you can hear my take. I think in the short term now it's going to be AI applications, and this is like systems of engagement is the way I like to think of it. So that's like Microsoft Copilot, like our initial product suite at Hatz.ai. It's existing products adding on an AI component, like OpenTable has an AI. Like what's their AI do? I don't know. So like everybody's figuring out how to do it. So I think that's like the next 12 months is really that like evolution. After that, I think it's going to move into systems of record. And the reason for that is people are going to want better results because they're going to start using these things. And that's where you're going to be a focus on training and data sets. So let's say, Connor, in your business, you have, tons of IP on what is good phishing email, what is bad, detecting this, blah, 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 blah. So maybe you have a data set that's specific on spoofing brands. Maybe you have a data set that's specific on doing something else. So you can run training models on all of these things, right? You can do one big training model, or you can do lots of small training models, and it's very expensive to do these. So all of a sudden you have business decisions to make, like what is the output I get from this? And, do I want to invest this money to do this and invest this time to get the data ready for AI? And then, say you do all of this on Llama 2 because, you want to host it internally. You're super concerned about security. And then Llama 3 comes out. And then GPT-5 comes out. And then GPT-6 comes out. And you're like, I got to go run these training models again. So like, there's going to be a whole set of decisions every business needs to make on, getting your data ready. What are your data sets? How do you want to train models? Do you want to train do you want to really have small models that are really efficient, can run on local hardware that are very simple? Do you want to have a big one that's expensive to run that can answer any question about your entire business and augment employees? So I think that like 2025, 2026, 2027 is going to be this kind of blowing up for small businesses. In the meantime, I think that AI voice and chat is going to get good enough that in programmable environments or scripted environments, it's nearly indistinguishable from a human being. So what I mean by that is you call a call center, or you chat with an online agent, where a lot of the answers are the same. It's not like a normal like conversation. You won't really be able to tell between a human and a computer. And to some extent, this is already true with chat, but voice, it's a whole other animal where you can still kind of tell when it's an AI voice, but like the newer things that are going to come out over the next year, I think we're going to hit that place. And then 3-5 years out, we're going to hit that place with video too, where it can hold conversations with people, and it's harder and harder and harder to tell. And then you're going to run into problems like, okay, do we have humans reading the news at night and getting paid, or do we have AIs doing it? Do we have humans interacting with people? Do we have AIs doing it? So like all that stuff's going to come way faster than people think, or anyone's ready for.
That makes a ton of sense. It's usually how technology seems to advance. It's faster than we believe. Once the lay people like me are able to access technology that I have no idea about, that's when you start to learn. You, you're you're from the MSP space. I'm currently in the MSP space. How do MSPs currently use AI, if at all?
I think MSPs are experimenting with it. I think every help desk has some tech typing in like every question they get into ChatGPT and copying and pasting it. And there's lots of great companies working on integrating AI inside MSP businesses. So like the problem statement is usually solving interactions with customers and solving, either doing customer service a lot better, or solving tickets like faster or automatically. Somebody needs a whatever thing happen and the AI goes and does it automatically for you. And I think that stuff's going to get way better over the next couple of years. I think nobody's really in the business yet of serving their end users with AI. I think like Microsoft Copilot's one of the first things that just came out at time of recording. And I know it's like the most bought service ever already in like the first 24 hours. So that's going to be interesting. And that's like the industry that I'm in and serving end users with AI services and products. And I'm trying to build a whole suite on products that they can sell. So I think now it's like we're like we haven't even hit we're not even at the tip of the iceberg yet. Like we're some water being evaporated into the clouds that will then be rained down and then join the iceberg like in the future. And like I don't know if that was good or not.
For those of you listening, now we all understand the water cycle as told by Jimmy Hatzell.
Well, no, I probably said some like definitions wrong. There's probably some term that that I don't on like what it is.
I don't know, but
when it's being.
I get it. It's like, in the whole idiom of like actually 10% of an iceberg is above the water. You don't know what the other 90% looks like. You're like, we're not even down 10% yet. We're not even into the 90. We're we just stepped foot on the iceberg and we could see just exactly what our footprint did. It's like, all right, but there's a lot left to be discovered.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah, it's like I view it as you're extending a human's ability to make decisions. If you think about what really capable people, really technically capable people do in businesses today, you interpret more information than an average individual, and then you use that to make what you believe to be a good decision that leads to the outcome you want. What does AI do? Give me all the information and then ask me to do something or ask me what I think about it. It's like essentially you're able to combine at this point the knowledge of millions, if not billions of people, right? Whatever's publicly available online, train an almost human-like thing to ask it questions and say, what should I do? And it's leveraging billions of people's worth of information in order to make that decision, albeit a little bit less intelligently than humans at this point, but still incredibly intelligent.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're at the augment stage, but we're going to get to the replace stage pretty soon.
At some point.
Yeah.
That makes sense. How do you think this affects MSPs? A question I wonder if it keeps some MSP owners up at night is like, does AI just replace the need for them? And let me clarify that. MSPs provide security and IT infrastructure largely because of how difficult that is for a person who doesn't understand it to do for their own business. Does a well-crafted set of AI prompts just allow a business owner to deploy more of their own technology and security moving forward?
You can do more with less. So if your business had maybe 20 level ones and 10 engineers and level twos, you're looking more at like 10xing the number of clients you can serve with just 20 level twos and no level ones or one or two that takes escalations when the AI starts messing up. So like it's going to take away like a lot of the simple tasks or common tasks and make them solved a lot faster. So MSPs they're in the security business, they're in the IT business, they're in the whatever business. They're actually in the business of solving technical problems for small businesses and medium-sized businesses. And AI is a new technology problem that they'll be able to serve and solve. So I don't think the MSP industry is going anywhere. I don't think that they need to be worried. I think they're going to grow from this. I don't think that they're going to get taken over by an AI IT support agent.
Can we expect to see new lines of businesses, like new lines of business that from an MSP?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think we're just getting started. You got prompt engineering, you got data readiness, you got hardware around AI, you got managed services on managing all of the AIs, you got advisory services on, what different types of AIs to use, all the different technologies. I mean, there's just tons there, and we're just getting started on it.
I guess this is like a MSPs by PSA consultants because of how sprawling and complicated that use case can be to work with them, right? Now you'll buy AI consulting to work with, again, what is now a very sprawling and complicated use case, specifically if you implement it across all your clients.
Or you'll partner with an AI as a service company.
Wish we had one of those.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Like, do you view this, a story that's been told that I guess I believe in part, and a lot of the industry believes, is like in the 90s and early thousands, there was this transition away from break fix to managed service. And then we just went through and are still going through this transition from just managed services to also including security services. Do you view this as like another transition? As like those that do not adopt providing AI services are going to fall behind?
The short answer is yes. And I think we need a whole other episode to discuss the intricacies on this and why and all of that. I mean, I think that this is different than past mega trends.
If you had a few minutes to say why it's different, why is it different?
Because movement to cloud, right? That was one of the catalysts that did a lot of the accelerant from break fix to managed services. It took a long time for a lot of people because people didn't really see why they needed it. Like it's kind of this abstract thing you need to explain. Security took a long time, right, to get in that business, maybe 5-10 years to get to where we are now, from where people started asking questions about security to it being 50% of their IT spend. AI is going to happen super fast. And the reason for that is it was hard to sell movement to cloud. It is hard. I've been selling security for the past 10 years. It's hard to do. It's hard to do. It's abstract. It's like selling insurance. People aren't sure they need it. They're buying it for the first time. AI is magic. It's magic. They're looking at it type and do this work that used to take them 5 hours to do. It's happening right in front of their eyes in 20 seconds. People are going to buy that. So I think that is going to cause a massive acceleration way faster than anyone's ready for. And it's just not even comparable. There's analysts and all this stuff, whoever they'll say, however long it is. I don't know. If you've never tried to sell a small business cybersecurity before, I don't care about your opinion on how long it'll take them to adopt AI, because you've never been in that meeting trying to explain to them what a hacker is and why they need protections for ransomware. Yeah. It's just not how people buy software. You can't follow the trends of the past. Like, people are emotional. They like to see things and touch things and feel things. And AI is a show, don't tell. Where security, movement to cloud, break fix to managed services, this was all a tell, don't show.
Yeah, it was all, you need to trust us that having a server in your back room is less secure than, putting it in the cloud up here, which is another way of saying somebody else's server in a basement somewhere else.
Yeah, and you need to pay me all this money to do it. Versus, hey, like, your people are doing 10 widgets a day now. Bleep, 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 bleep. Oh, now they can do 20 widgets if you buy this thing from me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm oversimplifying it. There's a lot of expertise you need to get to there, but that's really what we're going to be selling, what MSPs are going to be selling.
You're selling the force multiplier. It's like, hey, when this is properly enabled, instead of having 4 support texts, now you have 2. And with those other 2, maybe you have them be level 1s or level 2s and you have them go do other things, or you build a leaner staff with less overhead.
Yeah, it's magic. We're selling magic.
For folks who wanted to connect with you or connect with Hatz to learn a little bit about it, where would you suggest they go?
Just ask your nearest AI what Hatz.ai is, and hopefully it'll tell you to go to our website. If not, correct it and say, actually, their website is hatz.ai. So that way, in all the future training models will come up. So there's my plug to get Hatz.ai properly SEO'd for LLMs.
That's actually interesting. If anyone listening to this, if you do that, please DM me the response on LinkedIn, Connor-Swalm, CONNOR-SWALM. And I would love to see what that is. I'll share it with you when I get it.
Okay, great.
Awesome. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Thanks for opening our minds to the future of AI. And I don't understand it, but maybe I'll get there one day, I'll see the magic in front of my eyes. Appreciate it. But thanks, my everyone. Pleasure. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Gone Phishing. If you want to find out more about high-quality security awareness training campaigns, how to launch them in ways that actually engage employees to change their habits, then check us out, FinSecurity, at finsec.io. That's PHINSEC.io. Or click all of the wonderful links in our show notes. Thanks for phishing with me today, and we'll see you next time.